Yo. We're back. This is Running Point. Here we talk about Knicks and
Lakers
everything in between.
Come on, baby.
Lakers are excluded currently in this episode going forward. Into the foreseeable future and all that.
Knicks tape, baby.
Yeah, I mean, Knicks tape and all that. But speaking of everything, tomorrow we celebrate Mother's Day. So shout out to all the beautiful moms that are out there. Mm-hmm. Sir, shout out to your mom. Steve, shout out to your mom. Shout out to Mo. Rodney, R.I.P. to your mother.
Word. Good luck.
Greg,
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like, big up to your mom.
Yours
I mean, me and
Love
Greg used
mom.
to live together and all that. This is actually Greg, by the way. His mom, we used to be roommates and all that. His mom used to cook us, you know what I mean? Leg and all that. Mm-hmm. So shout out to Mom Dukes.
What she used to cook?
Leg and sauce, some Haitian meals, you know what I mean? Some fish. I
don't even know what that is, and it sounds so good.
Bro, it's good, bro. And his mom, you know what I mean? Chef's kitchen and all that. So, shout out to again, the mothers and all that. But getting into some basketball, today the Knicks coming into the, you know what I mean? Well, all right, it's a Saturday at 3:30. I had to be at work and all that.
Yo, hold on. Hold on. Before
it's after 3:30.
It's after 3:30.
Anyway, can I set the scene?
Nah.
I can set the scene. Anyway, at 3:30, the Knicks rolled into Madison Square Garden, getting at home and all that. Mm-hmm. Up 2-0 in the Celtics, bum ass Celtics, and we didn't perform. Thoughts, guys?
You know what my thoughts are? Your energy is not where it should. Listen,
Knicks is 6, bitch. Let's go. You 6.
You don't deserve.
I'm with you. Knicks and 6.
You don't deserve it, bro. Like, you didn't even pick the Knicks to win the series.
You gotta understand the being a Knicks fan, bro. Again, you're gonna either win the championship every year or every moment that you're in it, or you're gonna lose, or you're gonna. This is what it is, bro.
So let's rewind back.
Yes.
December 2024.
Yes.
I chose my Final Four for.
We're not talking about you. We talk about our Knicks, baby.
All right. So let's just go to the East.
6.
I chose the Knicks.
Yeah.
To beat the Celtics in the playoffs.
You did.
You did not.
I did not. I was emotional at that time.
Yo, the Knicks.
Okay, so let's fast forward. So let's fast forward.
We're winning. Nigga, we're winning. Nigga.
That's what you had.
We're winning, nigga.
That's what you
had a week ago. And he still said they wasn't going to win. A week ago.
We got to be emotional about ours. Am I right, Greg?
Yo, fam. Knicks and 6.
DJ.
Knicks and 6. Period.
Period.
Yo, listen, man.
6.
The luck of the Irish gone.
6.
Mike.
What?
All of that.
Closer. Talking to the mic.
I'm screaming, my nigga. you might be deaf and all that.
Nah, it's true. We can't hear you, bro.
Knicks and 6, nigga. Can you hear that?
DJ, I can't.
Nigga.
Listen.
Let's go.
But for real,
is somebody gonna say Steve was right though?
Nah, we're not.
Steve was right. So give me a take on the Knicks thus far. Like, what you think they doing right?
Actually.
Yeah. This dude.
We're flat. Deadass. We're flat. Agree. Like, we shouldn't be coming down from 20 points down and to make a comeback. It's great that we see that, and we were down by 20 or 30
tonight. Yeah.
Today, so it's like we can't keep doing that. Relying on Jalen. OG had like 2 or 3 points today. We can't do that. Game 1, he had 29 points. We can't rely on JB all the time. To be honest with you,
true.
Everyone else to play well, and then Cat flops a fucking lot for whatever reason. He's not getting calls though either, but he has to play tougher. He doesn't play tough. He plays soft.
He plays sassy.
It's fuck.
He gave you 21 and 15 today, though.
He played sassy, but in the moments you need buckets,
he
got you. He got you.
Sometimes, not in this series, it doesn't seem like he did go in like a 6-0 run last game, but it's like this game he didn't show up. You would think coming back home being up 2-0, energy. There was no energy.
I think they tired.
That was probably one of the biggest Knicks games of the last decade.
Knicks games.
Yeah, it was probably one of the biggest games.
But as you mentioned, they've been down 20 plus in every game. Yeah. Are the Celtics better?
Yes. Yeah.
They should be.
They play dumb basketball.
Yeah, Celtics are better.
They play dumb basketball. Earlier.
Yeah.
They play dumb basketball. They keep teams in it. Good teams.
That hero ball shit don't work no more. Like if there's a team designed for hero ball, it ain't the Celtics. You spread the team on the court. You pass the ball. You get it to the open defender. You always take the best shot on the court because you have the highest chance of scoring because of how much talent you have on the court.
But the Knicks, like I said earlier, the Knicks are playing good defense in some type of way. Thibodeau switches strategy up to switching, right? So now when you switch, it forces the other team to kind of fall into playing one-on-one.
It does.
So that's kind of why the Celtics are relying on a 3-point shot.
But they're talented enough to rely on their mid-range and their three-pointer. Right? It's just like if you play in a zone, right? Yes, they should always be in attack mode. Right. Because they have the talent to be in attack mode all the time. But then Tatum gets the ball. He wants to be the superhero of the team because he wants to prove that he's better than Jaylen Brown, which he's not. And that's why Brown got the MVP last year, and he did.
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, he's not.
Jaylen Brown is not performing.
Jaylen Brown, that's his team, though.
Neither one of them.
Jaylen Brown's team is not performing. It's not Tatum's team.
Are y'all serious?
We had this argument.
Hey, are y'all serious?
We had this argument.
It's clearly been Tatum's team.
It is not Tatum's team.
It's been his team the whole year.
Championship MVP.
You talked about last year.
The reigning.
That's up for debate last year.
It's reigning. Okay? The reigning.
Steve, what makes it JB's team though?
Because
is it points
because he won the MVP in the finals. Mm-hmm. Jason Tatum don't do shit in crunch time. It's not his team. He don't do shit. He don't show up. You give him the ball, and he is the sixth man for the Knicks.
Oh, disrespect.
Wow.
Deuce McBride is nice, bro. All I'm saying is Jason Tatum an MVP? Type player. Is he an MVP? Type
no,
player?
he's
not playing like it. Nah,
he's
not
fool's gold. He's fool's gold.
Yeah.
In general.
In general. Has he been considered for MVP?
No,
his team has been number one for like 2 years.
He's street meat.
Huh? He's what?
He's street meat. Pause.
What?
You ain't never been in the streets in New York City? You see
vendor.
that?
You can go to the vendors.
You go to the vendors. You see that?
Yeah, but that's
street meat. You don't know what that is. That could be.
It's fool's gold.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Thank you. Fool's gold.
Yeah.
They don't got to do all that.
I'm just saying. He's street meat.
That sounds so crazy.
It came around. I know where he was going at first, but it came around. I got you now.
But he's disappointing, man. To be a fan of Jason Tatum, he's really good, but it's like he doesn't like.
They just gotta stop mentioning Kobe.
Word.
They just gotta stop mentioning. That's why I don't like these niggas. Stop mentioning Kobe.
Word. And this nigga gotta stop trying to make pregame statements with his outfits and shit, and then come out and drop.
Yo, this dude, he came out with the wheats.
Remember, like last year, did he come out with a whole Kobe fit or something like that? Yeah. Come on, man.
He wore those weeks like he was from Boston. I give it to him.
He had him tied all the way up, choked him at the top.
The butters and all
double
that.
knotted.
What are your predictions
for
the series?
Say it, come on, y'all.
Knicks in 6.
Say Steve was right in 6.
Yo, a guy
I would love for the Knicks to win, right? Because it would just be more excitement. You know what I'm saying? But the Celtics are the better team.
Don't matter.
Like the Celtics would have to, and they could choke another 2 games.
Yeah. Pause.
It's
gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
What's your prediction?
It's hard. I'm 50-50 right now. Like I really am 50-50, but I'm leaning towards the Celtics.
That's
Celtics
that's
and 7.
Some hating Lakers shit right there.
Celtics and 7.
But it has nothing to do with the Lakers because
if it was a Lakers shit, I'll pick the Knicks.
We're not talking about the Lakers.
Like I want the Knicks to win.
At the end of the day, you know what it is? Ronnie always will pick the best team.
Yeah.
He won't look at the matchups. He won't look because the best team might not match up well against the team they matched up again, even though they're the best team. We're seeing it right now. But for him, he can't get past the fact that the Celtics are the best team in his head. So in his head, he's like, no, I don't understand how this is not translating into a win. It's not translating into a win because but that's what it is.
No, the Celtics are the better team. They've been up 20 plus in every game.
We agree, but I've been saying that they don't match up well. And all you guys were talking about was
that's not what I don't agree with that because they do match up well because they've been up 20 in every game and they just won this game by 20. Okay. What I have been saying is the Celtics can choke, and we've seen it. Like I've been saying it from day one. The Celtics are the best team, but they're liable to choke.
It's more than choking.
All the games are the Celtics winning.
Like I think it's gonna go. I don't think the Knicks are gonna win another game.
How many games?
7. Celtics and 7.
I know I want to close the series out, but has Jalen Brunson been the best point guard in this playoffs?
Best point guard?
In this playoffs.
Whoa. Better than Steph Curry?
Better than Shea?
Better than Shea?
Better than Halliburton?
You see what Halliburton did last night?
What did he do?
4 points.
Okay.
Doodoo cakes.
Well, Jalen's been shooting like 35%.
Relax.
What's his...
I'm saying the entirety of the playoffs.
I don't know. He has a stat.
I don't know.
He has a stat.
He didn't play necessarily well against Detroit. He's clutch.
Did he get outplayed by Cade?
He had 40. Yeah, he played
well.
Did he get outplayed by Cade? No.
Cade is a different beast, though.
But
I'm talking about in the playoffs. Totality. He's not in the playoffs anymore.
I mean, he's definitely one of the
most
most
remaining teams.
Yes, out of the remaining point guards.
I don't know.
It's between him and Shea. If you want to.
Yeah, I'd say.
Y'all sleeping on Steph.
Speaking of that, someone that took, he went
games.
night on the Celtics when they won their 4th championship and all that. He's currently hurt. He's out for a week. The Warriors are up 1-1. It's tied 1-1. They're at home today's halftime. What are your thoughts about this series?
What's it tied
Warriors,
up?
It's 1-1. Warriors Wolves. What do you think?
No, what's it? We're at halftime right now.
I think up 2.
Top of the 3rd.
They're tied, right?
42-40.
Okay, yeah.
What are your thoughts on the series? What needs to happen?
Wolves in 6.
Absence.
Wolves in 6.
But I'm saying, what needs to happen?
Ant-Man has to just step it up, man. Take over.
I mean, unless we get
He's the best
a
player on
Jimmy
the court.
Butler performance with the whole supporting cast for the Warriors stepping up, I don't see them being able to really win a game with Steph being out.
Yeah, I agree.
And even with a Jimmy Butler performance, you got AE on the other side that's willing to go head to head with that.
Yeah.
He's been struggling though, like you said.
True, but it's a better team.
Yeah, it's the better team. He's been struggling, but they've been winning.
That was a nice bucket.
Who did that?
But remember, in game 1 when Steph went down, they went down by like 20 points without them. Like, how do you do that? This team is not good.
No.
Yeah.
The Wolves.
The
Wolves.
Yeah, they were down by 20. Like, how do you not do that?
I mean, it was game 1.
But, come on.
To that point,
Draymond just missed an easy
playing,
layup.
I give them a real shot to beat the Wolves.
Yeah.
Like, it's a different team against
Stephless.
It's a different team than the Lakers. Though I thought the Lakers talent-wise should have been able to beat them, but chemistry and just smartness or intelligence-wise as a team, the Lakers didn't have that.
Yeah.
Though the Warriors with Steve Kerr at the helm and Draymond defensively, they're a smart team.
You said the Lakers didn't have basketball IQ?
They didn't have time together.
Oh, okay.
Together to build it.
I don't even know how you about to get excited about the Lakers. They're not even in the playoffs anymore, dog.
Take it easy, bro.
This game is far too
Take it fucking easy,
without
right?
Steph Curry. This is a testament to, I don't know. This speaks to
the Warriors are a good team. They're gonna fight, but damn, he's 3 for 12. Anthony Edwards 3 for 12. Right
Doo-doo, man.
He's been struggling lately.
That's all right.
What do you think it is? There's some pressure.
I think he plays hard. I think he's at a different level, like defensively. This is the playoffs. I just think he's at a.
You think like he might be trying to take on too many things, like carrying the team.
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels like you have to do things where you just need to trust in your team a little bit. Yeah.
I think
he's forcing.
Actually,
I want to get against the Lakers. The Lakers were sending a double team at him. He was playing good basketball.
Right. He was locked in. Yeah.
So
he got better though.
Huh?
To your point early in the season, like we were like, what the fuck is wrong with him?
Yeah, you're right.
You were like, he didn't step into his role yet. And he has, but it seems like he's regressed though in this series so far.
Yeah,
maybe not so much, right? Maybe we're just like kind of like overreacting a little bit.
But no, I think it's to your point. I think he's trying to do too much. He's just forcing it too much.
It's not that he doesn't know. It's just that maybe he's just carrying a little bit too much. Like
as we're talking about. We're talking about.
I mean, he always listens to Running Points.
Word.
I'm just saying.
Shout out to him, man.
You're right.
But this is the playoffs, so it is different. Defense. They're playing against the Warriors who are smart. So, and as Anthony Edwards being, face of the league, like teams are really, really, really game planning. Like they're trying to shut you down.
Yeah.
Like the Lakers were sending 2 at him every time he touched the ball type shit.
Do you think he's shooting too many threes?
Huh?
Do you think he's shooting too many threes himself?
In the playoffs?
He's 1 for 6 right now.
No, keep shooting it.
This is the new NBA.
Yeah.
What's too many?
Keep shooting it.
The Celtics? Yeah, but I mean,
nowadays.
Yeah, against the Warriors, he's shooting too much because the Warriors are thin in the middle, so you got to attack a little bit more.
Draymond in trouble?
Probably stretch out the possessions a little bit more. Pause, like as far as slowing it down.
Yeah.
And spreading it out. Pause, and attack in the middle. Pause. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit, it's crazy nowadays, man. Gotta be careful.
Yo, you good? Yo, I'm gonna just say this. Everybody do podcasts now, but there's a mic in their face.
Yeah.
Yo, what? Y'all out of control.
Let me try and get the realness in. What's your predictions of the series?
I'm gonna go with Minnesota. Minnesota in 6.
What you got?
Minnesota in 6.
What you got, Ron?
Minnesota in 6, unless the Warriors still one of these games and Steph comes back game 5.
But you know he's not gonna be good.
But
He
yeah,
might give you one game.
didn't they say it was estimated game 6 or 7?
No.
Yo, can you just give a straight up take, bro?
My bad.
Like, come on.
Got the Wolves.
How many games?
6.
What you got? What you say?
6.
Wolves?
Yeah.
Who you got?
I got the Wolves 6.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean,
But who would the Wolves be facing next?
ooh, that's a good question.
I mean, it's probably the best matchup in the playoffs. Nuggets, Thunder, 2 MVPs that are fighting for MVP this year.
Is this matchup? Is this round? Is this game deciding the whole NBA championship?
No.
Nah, Denver's not that good. They're not the best team in the NBA.
Really?
No.
I mean, if they beat OKC, are they?
Matchups.
No. They would. I
You
think
get what I'm saying?
they're the favorites. Whoever wins that
Whoever
series
wins
is the
this,
favorite.
do they go on to win the whole
I don't think
thing?
there's no favorites this year.
Why?
There's no definitive favorites this year.
Oh, okay.
It's up in the air, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Don't you just want to give your
can you
Knicks
just-
a chance?
No,
Why
no,
not?
be realistic.
Can you give a realistic take then? Because you was just saying how the Knicks wasn't even going to win. Now you're talking about it's up in the air.
Steve, we got it documented a couple
It's
episodes
crazy.
back.
Yeah, how come you didn't put on last week's episode, man? That's
Yo,
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
this
You know what I mean?
nigga, this nigga said,
This nigga can't even look at me. It's commercial, bro.
This nigga said, put the camera on me. He said, put the camera on me. The Knicks are gonna fucking lose. That's what he said.
Why
right?
can we be emotional though?
Yeah.
That's
Why?
But I'm talking about relevancy.
Because they
We're
want to
relevant.
turn around and
Here we go.
talk your shit like you've been supportive of the Knicks the
get
whole
the
time.
fuck
This
out
is
of
a Knicks being a Knicks
here.
fan, my nigga. Again,
You
know,
a-
it's
you
something
a-
go-
I'm not understanding. We diehard Knicks fans.
That's what I'm
man.
saying. I don't understand, bro.
We die hard Knicks fans now. This Brooklyn Nets fan right here. This is crazy. Yo, this is nuts. Yo.
Nah, son, Carmelo Anthony's his favorite player. And shout out to Melo for the Hall of Fame this year. You know what I mean? Once a Knick, always a Knick.
Always.
You know what I'm saying?
Word, yeah.
Word.
Shout out to
You know what I'm
him.
saying?
Shout
You know
out
what
to
I mean?
Melo.
Yeah, anyway, you know what I mean? Former Nugget, you know what I'm saying? But
So y'all said Denver. Y'all was saying if Denver wins this, they're the favorites. That's what you're
he's saying
saying.
that nigga.
You
He's by
saying-
himself on that island.
Minnesota though, if Minnesota wins, y'all calling Minnesota win, and Minnesota's like
And
6-0.
plays like this?
Huh?
And Ant plays like this? No.
He plays different against Denver, and they 6-0.
Who
against
Minnesota
Denver in the
lose to last year? They lost to who did they lose to?
Dallas.
Dallas.
They
Okay.
beat Denver.
They beat Denver last
Yes,
year.
sir.
Yeah, and they beat
Okay,
them
so then that
4
might-
games in the regular season.
Yeah, then that might not. I might be wrong.
It's a different team, though.
Yeah,
In the
they
playoffs.
beat Denver with Cat.
I might be wrong.
Yeah,
Huh?
They beat Denver with Cat.
correct.
Right. True. Very
That's
true.
all. And you know, Gobert is not really good against Rudy in the playoffs.
Very true.
So we still
Cat
got.
did most of the defending last year.
Yeah.
Does the championship winner, if the Knicks move forward, does the championship winner come out of the West?
It comes to New York, baby.
He said the Knicks move forward.
It gotta come to New York.
is he
We gonna beat the
talking
Cavs, bum ass
But
Cavs.
the only reason I'm saying that is because Boston would be the favorite because they're the reigning champions.
Yeah.
But if they lose and the Knicks move forward, does the next winner
It
come out
comes
of
to
the
the
West?
Mecca, baby. Come
Steve,
on, what are you
wait.
talking
So
about?
what
Yo,
happened to the tape with
2020
Cleveland getting there?
2025 has been an unpredictable year. Fam.
I did say Cleveland was
You
going to get
did-
there, but I
yeah,
said
yeah.
Cleveland was going to lose in the
I
finals.
believe Knicks is going to the finals.
You believe the Knicks are going to the?
Yes.
2025 has been an unpredictable year.
Okay,
If
so
they,
question
if they
for you.
beat the Celtics,
How
I'm
long
riding
have
with
you
the
been
Knicks to
saying the
finals.
Knicks was going to go to the
Let's
finals?
go, baby.
Did
Even-
you just,
even
did
if
you
it's
just
the
say
Cavs?
this?
Shut up, bro.
Is
Even
it
if it's
something
the
you've been
Cavs?
saying since
Yeah.
like
Hey,
the
yo,
last
Steve,
month?
Steve, chill. We know you
Jing.
predicted
No, I'm just asking. Choosing the Knicks to go to the finals
They won
now.
2 games.
Talking about they Knicks fans.
I'm a Knicks fan, nigga.
Let's take
Yo,
it
this
back.
is crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
This is crazy.
I'm a Knicks fan, baby.
All right.
What you laughing at over there, bro? Oh, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
This dude had Cade Cunningham taking out the New
Hey,
York
hey,
Yeah.
Knicks.
Cold. He
He
comes
said,
from
oh,
the next
we gonna
pause.
lose. We gonna lose.
He comes
Pistons
from the
in
next couple
5.
years, man. Detroit, they're a young team.
He
But
didn't
I'm not
even
passing
had the
it.
Knicks winning a fist fight in Detroit.
That's all.
That's
But
crazy.
You can't be nervous, just like y'all were nervous against the Wolves and all that. And y'all
Yeah,
lost.
but I mean, it is what it is.
I wasn't nervous.
Y'all didn't advance this year. Again, why are we talking about the Lakers, bro? Stop being selfish. Can we talk
Hey, you
about-
brought
Because
him
we're
up.
running
Yeah.
point.
How?
You just brought him up.
You
I didn't
could-
say.
How you gotta be all aggressive with the Lakers and all that? You have to get L.
Listen,
Put your hand across your chest.
enjoy.
Oh, the same way
There was
y'all took
an
it out today,
level.
right?
There was an L.
Right.
level. You put your
Today,
hand
right?
across your
Today, right?
chest.
Right?
But
Right?
y'all watching?
I'm watching. I'm watching. I'm watching.
Yeah, that's all.
What's it called? Fairweather fans?
Fairweather fans. I think that's what it is.
Since 93, nigga.
Yeah.
Since 93.
When John Starks dunked on Horace Grant and Michael Jordan, nigga.
That's great that you remember that, but you've been a Fairweather fan.
I kind of the two-piece Jacoby. R.I.P. Kobe.
Did you see this? Did you see this week's episode of Gil's Arena with Kenyon Martin? He said one more thing about Kobe.
Yeah, stop disrespecting legacies, my nigga. I'm not disrespecting. We talk about legacies. We talk about legacies.
Nigga said one more thing about Kobe, and this shit is over.
Relax. Y'all getting carried away by
this shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Raja Bell yoking them up and all that. You know what I'm saying?
All right. None of y'all classic moments include championships.
Ooh.
Fisher Cup. Who wanted to fuck with Oakley?
Huh?
Nobody. Yeah, I mean, that's all.
Oakley ain't got no chips.
I'm just saying, toughness, bro. Gritty. That's what we're showing in this.
And where'd I get you?
It's okay. We talking about the current. Anyway, we've kind of like lost track of what we're doing. Does anybody believe in the Cavs or the Pacers?
I chose the Cavs to go to the finals, so I'm staying with my pick.
I'm surprised the Pacers are up, but I'm expecting the Cavs to pull it through.
I would love to see a Pacers versus Knicks conference finals. I think that would be
Well, like a rematch from last year. I don't want to see that shit.
Realistically, I think it's gonna be the Cavs.
I want to see the Cavs and the Knicks.
Why? I don't think that's necessarily a good matchup for the Knicks.
Why you want to see Indiana? Because of Halliburton?
Fast-paced team. They beat them last year. Halliburton gets under people's skin. He's going to be a villain in MSG.
If you want me to be honest, if it's Indiana and New York, I'm going to have to go with New York in that series.
You got to.
I'm leaning with New York in that one.
Yeah, I would go with New York too.
Patrick Ewing celebration. You know what I'm saying?
A fully healthy Knicks team. They might tire out by the conference final. They was dead tired in this game.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, coming back from fucking 20 points down, nigga, 2 games, 3 games in a row. It's like, what the fuck? Nigga, relax. I'm just saying, like, I think it's good for the NBA if the Pacers and the Knicks played in the conference finals. That's all.
I see that. Yeah, I can see that. But
rivalry.
Yeah, like.
I don't even think it's more so about the rivalry. I think that these two teams could create a rivalry. But I don't think it's based on the past rivalry. Not this matchup. I think this matchup will
this is where real rivalries are made.
Yeah, I think they could create a rivalry. I don't think it won't be based off of Reggie Miller and
no.
They're gonna play those moments. They're gonna play those moments.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But these rivalries, they only last about a season or so. The teams they don't stay long enough together for it to be.
You're talking about
this NBA.
But these two teams are young enough to kind of stay together. That's all.
True.
To create that.
I get,
but
it's going to be different.
over by next year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
No, I'm saying, but right now they're young enough to sustain.
I understand, but in the new NBA, I feel like they fuck up once, you know.
So no one believes in the Cavs or the Pacers at all.
What are you talking about?
The Cavs fully healthy are a good team.
But there is.
He's not fully healthy.
Wasn't supposed to come to the Knicks?
Yeah.
So even if we face the Cavs, it'll be kind of a good series.
It will be a good storyline too.
It'll be a good storyline.
It'd be nice to see the Cavs go to the finals without LeBron. I like to see that.
Care about the Cavs like that, nigga. They're not a national team that we care about the Cavs.
That's fine, but we see so many mainstream big city teams that these players will leave their teams and go play for. If a team like the Cavs goes without a big star on it, then that parity might come back in the league, because I'm tired of seeing these players team up together and try to go to a big city team. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that's going to happen with Giannis in Milwaukee. He's going to probably end up on the Knicks or on one of these big name teams.
Got some names. I know. Yeah. I understand what you're saying. I understand.
So I think when these smaller markets get the wins, it's a win for the league, because I want to see more parity in the league. I don't want to see a super offensively minded NBA. I want to see defense. I want to see good parity. I want to see good games. This is the type of thing that would happen that would be really good for the NBA ultimately going into the future. That's all I'm saying.
Oh. Everything you say fits for Indiana too.
You sure you have?
Yes and no, but
I guess you're right. Yeah.
Honestly, Cleveland in the finals would make sense if it's like against LeBron in LA, because there's a story.
Oh yeah, that was my choice.
No, I understood. Yeah, no, I understood.
Yeah. It was LA versus the Cavs.
This nigga
can we get past this? Can we get it out your system, please?
You keep
I want him to live this down, son. Live it, son. Live your life.
I'm just saying.
Live your life.
I'm just saying.
Because we all know the Lakers is going to win a chip before the Knicks do.
Anyway, well, Luka and his issues.
The defensive lap that the Lakers have right now.
This is not about the Lakers.
This is not about the Lakers.
Can we fix this?
What?
He's bringing up the Lakers. Like, come on.
That was the
shut him down.
Go ahead. No,
shut him down.
What you gotta say?
What
you gotta say? Spread your wisdom, Playboy.
Listen,
this is crazy.
Luka's a black hole when it comes to defense.
Oh my gosh.
What we gonna do?
Oh my gosh.
So y'all gonna win a chip before us?
Yeah.
I think your whole team is a battle on defense, but they get most of the time.
We're great.
And this is coming from Knicks fans. Like, come on, Luka's way better than Carmelo ever was. So, like, stop
it.
Luka's better than Kobe ever was.
Stop the cat.
Stop what?
What'd you say?
Excuse me?
Stop the cat.
What'd he say?
My nigga, we don't really tolerate disrespect on this pod like this, my nigga. Disrespect is flying. Did he just say Luka's better than Kobe ever was?
That's why
he just say Luka is better than Melo ever was?
Yes, but that's why he don't have a mic. So
you're always trying to equate. You try to equate Kobe and Melo, my nigga.
We not having no Knicks slander. Period, nigga.
Yeah, and that's his favorite player.
Huh? Period.
Melo.
Come on, man.
Yo, I'm just saying, stop comparing him to Kobe. You could like him all you want.
I never.
Anyway,
don't do that.
Like, speaking of like teams that were good enough but never made it, like the disappointing teams that were kind of going into the playoffs as like maybe number 1, 2 seeds that didn't make the league or make the championship.
Ooh.
Does anything come to mind for you guys?
Chicago Bulls, Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
But they went up against Bron in there.
I know.
That
was a team that never won.
What was that? 07? 06?
Which one?
When they lost to Golden State.
Dallas?
07.
Yeah. What's the question?
What's the best team that never won the championship?
I thought you said just failed, that didn't make it to the finals. Or
whatever.
Best teams. I just think of the Chicago Bulls with D Rose, because you think of D Rose, you feel like, damn, like he would have had a ring, right? If he never had all those injuries, I'd like to think that he would have had it. Like there was an opportunity there for him to
had a little
at least go to the final. He never went to the finals, bro.
That was LeBron.
But he was nice.
That was prime LeBron.
Exactly. That's why we're saying one of the best teams to not go. They had a great defense. You know, they had their star.
I don't think they was ever going to be like they never projected to be.
What do you mean?
Playoffs.
I don't think the best record indicates that you're the best team
at all.
At all. All right, but that was okay. So what? You name a team. Patrick Ewing and the Knicks.
No, actually, when y'all got
you choose Stephon Marbury.
When y'all got
like
when you got Karl Malone, old ass Karl Malone.
That's how we won.
Karl Malone.
We won before and after that. By the way, let's not forget that.
Oh, Dwight Howard, Steve Nash. You know what I mean?
Dwight Howard after back surgery. Steve Nash is last year. Steve Nash is last year.
I didn't make up the rules.
DJ, who's yours? Who's yours?
I just named you 2.
Those are your 2 teams that should have won the championship that did?
I mean, from what the census say. Continue.
Okay.
Damn, I guess a team that should have won, was it the 1999 New York Knicks?
Yo, what a stacked team. Latrell
Knicks.
Sprewell, Larry Johnson.
They made it there. They was there.
Patrick Ewing in the Figaro.
Hold on.
Patrick Ewing in the Figaro.
That 99 years when Alex
shout out to Charles Smith.
We were 8 seed that year, sir. So we weren't a favorite.
No, you were there.
We weren't an 8 seed. I'm talking about the best team.
Shout out to Charles
Never
Smith.
made it.
This is my
Patrick
opinion.
Ewing in the Figaro too.
One of the best teams. It was one of the best teams.
That's not a real opinion.
Eighth seed. It wasn't even a full season. It wasn't even a full season, my nigga.
You know what? I'm saying
Knicks.
Melo when they faced Indiana and they lost Indiana in the playoffs.
That wasn't even top either. Y'all reaching now.
Nah.
That niggas is reaching. Continue.
Disrespectful.
I'm just trying to understand. Give me something.
I tried to say a real team, the Bulls.
Steve.
And y'all looked at me like I was crazy, want to argue it. They didn't win.
Well, the best team
the
best team to not win a championship is the Golden State 73-9
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's one.
That's one.
That's one.
What about
why?
No, go ahead.
LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
They hit us.
Why didn't they win?
LeBron James is the reason.
Draymond Green.
That's what. Is it Draymond? Did Draymond coach these niggas out?
Nah.
I mean, Draymond Green, Andrew Bogut got hurt. Iguodala was hurt.
Listen, Kyrie Irving and LeBron both dropped 40.
Yeah, but
it don't matter who was on the court. They was going to win that game.
It does. I think it was if we want to rehash the series, it was a momentum series. And once Golden State lost that momentum, Kyrie and LeBron, like I always go back and watch those highlights. Those are like some of the best basketball, that I've seen. So
Golden
State lost the momentum, and those three pieces getting hurt.
And you're right. In all fairness, you're absolutely right. The Lakers with Karl Malone and Gary Payton, they went in as favorites to win. That was a really great team, and they didn't win. So,
what about one of those Phoenix Sun teams?
Yeah, Steve Nash, Shawn Marion, and
the season,
Stoudemire.
The season where this dude Tim Duncan hit that three.
That was a year,
yeah. Game one. I think that year is when they had their best chance to win.
Tim Duncan hit a three.
He hit it. It was like game one. It was game one.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Another team I think about, Sacramento Kings, Chris Webber, Doug Christie.
When y'all robbed them, you in the ref?
Yeah, when they airball some free throws and 3-point shot. Yeah.
So this is a team that didn't get far, but I think they had high expectations. What y'all think about the Nets with Kyrie, Harden, and Durant?
No, because they really didn't they weren't in the healthy going.
And they never actually played enough games for you to even believe that they could win, right?
Just the playoffs.
I think they played less than 20 games together in 2 years or something like that.
I think when they lost to the Celtics, though, I wanted to say going into that, I think KD and Kyrie had found their stride together.
But there was
and then Kyrie got hurt. They didn't win because of injury.
Yeah, it was injury.
Wasn't
That's
that
what I'm saying?
Milwaukee won?
That's Golden State.
No, Milwaukee won that year.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So that's right. And then that's the series that KD with the toe on the line.
Yep.
So
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Kyrie
didn't get
injured,
Another team that was pretty stacked that didn't win actually lost to the Chicago Bulls, the Phoenix Suns with Charles Barkley. That was a really good team too. Dan Marley.
Wow.
They were a damn good team. That was a good team.
I mean, damn, if you go back to that era, there was a lot of teams.
It was a lot of good teams.
Utah Jazz, 61 teams, Sonics. I mean,
that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
compared to today's
but a lot of just like Jordan ruled a lot of teams.
It was
so did Jordan.
the Clippers.
That's all.
Which version?
What Clippers? Elton Brand and
CP3,
Lob City, fam.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because they were one of the.
Lob City, you know.
Yeah. I forget what year.
Talk about Darius
Miles.
Miles.
First year when Golden State won, they were supposed to be Golden State.
Right. Darius Miles and
Quinn
Richardson. Yeah, they were supposed to win that.
Not at all.
Yep.
With Danny Manning and shit.
What defines a legacy nowadays? What's considered a legacy to you guys?
Winning by 50.
What do you mean? What
you mean for a team or for a player?
Yeah. However you guys want to spit it. Is it for a team? What is a team? What does it legacy look like? What is an individual player? What does that legacy look like nowadays?
I mean,
don't know anymore.
I
thought it was banners. I thought it was banners. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, all right, legacy, right? Damn, that's tough.
No, it's not. Let's just keep it real. Like, there's a big difference between Steph and LeBron and James Harden and Paul George. It's a big difference. And
they all have legacies.
Yeah, they all have legacies, but which ones are on closer to Mount Rushmore? Which ones are nowhere near it?
But that's not true.
No. Yeah, the question is, what is a legacy?
So I think that decides the legacy. I think
no. What you're doing is comparing a legacy, though. It's not.
Yeah, but like, if
Mount Rushmore is only 4 people. So
right, but what I'm saying, y'all got to open your minds up a little bit. All right, what I'm saying is, there's only 2 good legacies, right? It's either like you're one of the greatest, right, or you're just a star, or you're Kenny Smith.
Don't do that.
No, I'm not.
Come on, in terms of a role player.
Yeah,
role players are important though.
Yes, but like that,
some role players have a strong legacy.
Yeah,
true. Okay, Derek Fisher, right? But you're still in that. Like, those are like the 3 buckets. Let's be real.
Nah.
Right? You were either a role player, you're a star, or you're a legend.
Nah, you could be
not.
You could be a what?
I'm trying to think of somebody. But like, let's say a Kenny Anderson.
Okay.
He has a legacy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? His legacy is of Rod Strickland. That's a legacy. Those are legacies. And those are important legacies. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kyrie carries on that legacy.
Yeah.
Kyrie has a legacy. He's a champion, but he's not.
He's a star.
But you both are right, though.
That's why you're like, all right, what's a legacy? What qualifies as a legacy? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, your legacy is either you were a great role player. I guess you could be trash, but great role player, because all NBA players are really phenomenal players. A star or a legend.
To your point of saying you could be trash, what's James Harden's legacy?
He's a star.
That chokes.
Yeah, I mean, like if you
Stars choke?
So hell yeah, stars choke. What are you talking about?
That's
Reggie Miller laid it up and got that shit blocked. Patrick Ewing laid it up and missed that shit.
All right, that was a choke.
You asked the question, I'm gonna fucking answer.
Nigga, don't just have a pregnant pause that entire shot and wait for me to look over here. Don't do that. I think I'm laughing at you, man.
But I hate when y'all ask me these questions and I answer them and then like,
yo, so Robert Ory, where he's standing?
Big shot, Rob.
Role player.
That's a legacy.
He's a great role player.
So what's your
Just
point
saying.
in legacies though? Like
those are your legacies. Like there's buckets for your legacies in the NBA. And like there's some players that we look at and we want to look at as if they're legends, but they might fall in the star bucket, or you might fall in the role player bucket, or you might just be trash. So I mean,
there's some.
But everybody. I was just gonna say everybody's gonna leave a legacy. How you interpret the legacy is different, but everybody you're gonna leave something, and I don't think it falls into 3 buckets per se.
Like 4, because trash is a bucket too.
So how do you view it? How do you
it's just so everybody. Everybody leaves a legacy. Everyone has a legacy.
Yeah, so you're either trash,
injured,
or you're
but T-Mac is injured though. You know what I'm saying?
What does a legacy look like? What are your tiered legacies?
That's the question. What are tiered legacies?
What does your tiered legacy look like? Because it's going to be opinion based, right? So we're going to argue opinion. So what's your criteria for a legacy at this standpoint in time?
But
I mean.
It's 4 buckets.
No, but
it's like you're a really good or bad legend. You're a really good or bad star.
No,
you're really good or bad role player.
No, but you're asking to tier the legacy.
Okay, so you got impact legacy, right? Okay. Players who have impact for whatever the reason may be. Maybe it's your game, maybe it's your style, maybe it's your off the court, whatever it is. Impact legacy. That's like a
role player.
No, that's a that's a Allen Iverson.
DJ, I'm just listening, man.
All right,
I'm listening, bro.
That's culture legacy. My culture legacy. Okay, I'll say that instead. Okay, culture legacy. That's Allen Iverson. He also happens to. His culture legacy is bigger than his on-court legacy.
Allen Iverson has probably the biggest culture legacy of
but his culture legacy is bigger than his on-court legacy.
Yeah, you're right.
Sadly.
Yeah.
Sadly.
But that's not to diminish his on-court legacy.
I'm not saying you are.
No.
But sadly, that it is.
Who got the biggest off-court legacy?
That's a great question.
Who has the biggest off-court legacy?
Jordan.
Off-court?
Jordan.
It has to be LeBron.
He built schools. He's the first
Shaq got the most business.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah, I'll take it in question a little bit further.
I mean, different. Honestly, LeBron is the only active player that's a billionaire.
I don't think his legacy is bigger than Jordan yet. Maybe it's more impactful.
He's the only active NBA player that's a billionaire.
Magic not a billionaire? Magic.
Jordan's not a billionaire because he
NBA player.
So that's what you put on legacy is money.
Jordan's
value.
There's all these different types of things. That's one of them. Hell yeah, that's one of them.
But Jordan he's making alone from his sneakers $450 million a year.
Is everybody's legacy off court bigger than Michael Jordan? Everybody know who Jordan is.
But in terms of what we know about businesses,
that's a good point too.
We don't know a lot about Jordan, which is okay.
LeBron's legacy may be better in your opinion, in our opinion. Yeah. It may be more significant,
impactful in communities. I think that LeBron's made a bigger impact in communities than Michael Jordan.
What about Yao Ming?
I'm sorry,
a lot of people.
What about him?
What about China?
What about him?
And he influenced the whole
continent, nigga.
A whole continent.
Did he influence the continent?
Is he bigger than Vince Carter?
Hold on. We ain't just throwing these words around. He influenced China.
Yeah.
To do what?
Play basketball.
There's a ton of Chinese basketball players here in the NBA I don't know about.
There's a lot of China. Female, you crazy?
Hold on, time out.
Yeah.
Influenced who and what? The fuck are we like? Y'all just saying anything? Like Chinese what? Nigga, Chinese restaurants.
And nigga, in order to grow your brand, you need an iconic
has a Chinese brand on it because of Yao Ming. What are we talking about? We're just saying anything.
Yo, legacy is about also touching people.
Yo, that was racist as fuck, bro.
What?
How?
This nigga influenced China because he's Chinese? Like,
he was a megastar.
Starberry probably influenced China more than China.
He came over. He was before it.
Yao Ming was big. The problem, the issue, I agree with what you're saying because there just hasn't been another person to follow to carry that impact. But that impact was huge at the time.
For what?
It was huge, man.
Like, what do you
mean? Like, for that nation.
Basketball.
Yeah. Where?
Because it allowed Kobe to go over. It allowed Kyrie to go over. It allowed LeBron to go over to China.
What?
For the NBA.
The NBA has business.
Yes.
The NBA
it's a partnership.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So there's Chinese NBA teams?
No, there's
a Chinese NBA league?
Money.
There's
money.
But there's Chinese basketball leagues that attract American players, fam.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
That has nothing to do with Yao Ming.
Oh, shit. Let me ask you this.
That had nothing to do with Yao Ming.
Y'all just missed that.
Is Vince Carter bigger than Yao Ming?
Y'all gonna see that later. Anthony Edwards with that.
Is Vince Carter bigger than Yao?
Where?
Hell yeah.
What?
Is Vince bigger than Yao?
Yeah.
In the US.
Culturally.
In the US.
The United States is a culture.
Nigga, he was in Toronto for a year.
Okay, all right. My bad, North America.
But Canada.
What is
Canada?
Wait, what's the question?
North America, my nigga.
Canada.
That's part of North America.
Canada, my nigga.
Wait, what is the question?
A country.
Wait, what
is more impact? Yao Ming or
Vince.
That's what I'm asking.
Vince. Yeah. You don't think so?
I'm asking a motherfucking question.
Wait, what you mean?
You're fucking confused.
How am I confused?
I said Canada. Answer the question.
Didn't I?
No, you didn't. He said it's North America.
No, he said Vince. I think he said Vince.
No, I said yeah.
North America is
he had bigger influence than Vince?
Vince had a bigger influence in North America. But Yao had a bigger influence internationally and in China. You forgetting how big China is.
To your point, what is SGA? Is he an MVP candidate this year?
Yeah.
In the last 2 years? What has Yao Ming done? To your point, Steve, has anybody of significance been a MVP caliber player that come over from China to the NBA?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
What is that?
Just the impact. Just culturally. It spawned Drake. It spawned a lot of different things out of Canada, no?
Yeah.
We haven't seen
anything. Just spawned Drake.
Okay. I saw what you was talking about. That's, yeah, Anthony.
I'm glad you caught that.
Oh, hold on.
At one time, he wasn't the biggest artist. Prior to Kendrick? Drake.
Yeah, he was.
So you think that's because of Vince?
Drake said
from 2001?
He's a major influence. What do you mean? He was young enough to be influenced by. We were young enough to be influenced by.
But Drake don't play. But Drake's not a basketball player.
He said he's been influenced to see that come out of his country, out of the city. That was never before him.
Vince Carter.
My nigga, you reaching? Right?
I'm not reaching at all.
Vince Carter ever make music?
Well, Allen Iverson.
The impact of hip hop and basketball.
Allen Iverson influenced hip hop.
Jay said Allen Iverson, the Reebok commercial.
We can say Yao Ming influenced K-pop and shit like that, my nigga.
Who listens to K-pop? Huh? Who listens to K-pop?
Asian, nigga, it's more Asians than
in terms of Drake. Drake was a global.
First of all, Yao Ming.
What are we talking about?
It's Chinese K-pop. It's Korean pop music.
Asian, my nigga.
No, it's Korean pop music.
K-pop. It was an example, my nigga. You try to dissect the example.
Y'all racist as hell.
This
is crazy, bro.
I'm giving you an example of the correlation that you're making that don't make sense.
In terms of being influenced
by somebody the real answer is Yao Ming influenced more people than Vince Carter because Canada and North America population-wise are smaller than all the Chinese people that.
So I say because there's a billion Chinese people in China. That's how he influenced more people. So all 1 billion.
That's why the basketball.
It's basketball schools out there that kids go to. And from
Kyrie got his basketball company out there.
And they learning ball. They playing ball.
I just said that.
What's the name of it?
Watch again.
Exactly. what the fuck are we talking about? Like we just
name 5 basketball camps in North America.
The Michael Jordan League. It's like one of the biggest ones. There's a Nike League. There's an Adidas League.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm trying to see if this nigga can name
League. Nigga won't name them. What the fuck is you talking about? Like, that's wrong. Like, I don't believe that to be true because I don't see the impact of that when I turn on the NBA. I don't see a bunch of Yao Mings. I see Kobe Bryant.
But that's what you argue. You arguing impact. You're arguing impact. Vince Carter, yes, had a bigger impact because people could follow him.
The name of the question was
7-foot Chinese guy.
No,
we're arguing legacy.
The question was legacy. Yes,
I said
legacy. Influence. So what are you talking about?
Who has a bigger legacy, Yao Ming or Vince Carter?
How are you measuring his legacy?
I'm measuring it by Yao Ming. What Yao Ming means? He's a bigger guy.
Vince Carter dunked over somebody in the Olympics, my nigga.
My nigga, that's a highlight.
Half man, half amazing.
Right.
The dunk contest.
That's a stolen nickname.
How many
discredited him.
How many Olympic gold medals does Yao Ming have?
0.
Not being
I'm just saying, let us know in the chat, man. Who do you think will have more influence?
That's crazy.
Vince Carter or Yao Ming? That's all.
What's the question? Influence or legacy?
Right now, we transition into motherfucking influence. niggas deviated from the fucking legacy talk.
Yo, bro.
But let us know in the chat.
Vince Carter, the reason why Drake is crazy.
How? Drake said out of his own mouth. But nigga, you get over that, man. But Drake said out of his own mouth, dog. There was a documentary on this.
Yeah, Drake be saying anything. This nigga say,
hey, well, at the time,
this nigga say
this is what he said.
Part of Dipset some shit.
He said this. He said this.
All right, so I think the point you're trying to make is that Drake said he was influenced by Vince Carter, right? And the question was, who has the biggest influences? Y'all taking it to a whole nother level. That's what I've been saying from the very beginning. This is why we got to this point, because y'all just saying anything. We talking about influence. If somebody says
that wasn't even the question, we talk about legacy. We're not talking about influence.
It transitioned to that
because y'all saying anything. Say that right.
No, because y'all saying anything. Because he literally said Yao Ming influenced.
Nah, we talk about legacy.
The NBA.
Influence is part of legacy, but it's not legacy. That's the point. Y'all trying to take influence for all of it.
Anyway,
just said because now niggas is dunking. Now it's Vince. I'm saying legacy.
No one said because he's dunking.
I was just giving an example, my
That's
nigga.
That's a bad example, my nigga.
Oh my god.
Question. How many years did Vince Carter play? 19?
21.
21 years? How many years did Yao Ming play?
Probably 10 or under.
Okay.
Because of bad feet.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
And he had more influence.
This nigga had Mr. Potato Feet and they up here.
That's crazy. A whole nation.
Speaking about global
y'all
impact,
really gonna skip over that whole nation part with all those
but not so everybody in the nation in China, they play basketball or watch basketball?
Millions of them.
Yo, fam, it's
everybody saying, I'm just saying,
it's a whole.
Everybody saying the
Yo, stop. He's trolling, bro.
I'm coming to bro.
This is the funniest shit.
Players over there.
I'm not talking about influence.
I'm not even trying to be funny.
I'm not talking about influence. I'm talking about who has a bigger personal legacy, Yao Ming or Vince Carter.
Vince Carter.
I'm talking about personal legacy.
You have any highlights of Yao Ming?
Does
anything come to mind?
Man, what's your favorite Yao Ming?
What's your favorite Yao Ming?
What's your favorite Yao Ming point that he scored?
My nigga,
what's your favorite Yao Ming point?
We literally just watched some highlights.
We literally watched highlights of Yao Ming.
What's your favorite Yao Ming point?
Him going against Shaq, blocking Shaq.
Yeah,
blocking. No, I said what's your favorite point he ever scored?
What's he talking about?
Your favorite point?
Why?
Give me some Yao Ming highlights.
Give me Yao Ming's best.
A dunk.
Oh,
jump shot. He was a great jump shooter.
Against who?
What do you mean? Against Shaq. Against all the centers. What are y'all asking me?
We gave you iconic moments of Vince Carter.
Why are you asking this nigga?
What is my favorite? Yao Ming point score.
Y'all asking me that question so I can ask y'all, name a Vince Carter. Oh, he dunked over this and so I can name a highlight.
I've already said that.
I've
already said that.
Dumbass question.
I've already said that.
I've already said that. That's a dumb question now.
I've already said that.
That's a dumb question now.
That's a dumbass question.
So asking you a Yao Ming favorite point. Yo, if he left a legacy, you would love something about his legacy.
All that encompasses Yao Ming, my nigga. Highlight or whatever. It's going to encompass that, nigga. That's iconic.
You would have asked me about his game. You would have asked me about his legacy. You would have asked me, name me a shot.
Oh, my God.
I just don't.
Your favorite Yao Ming playoff game.
He asking that to the audience.
Yo, you know one of my favorite Vince Carter playoff games?
Was that to the
I'm not even looking at it.
Because he's crazy now.
So listen, when Latrell Sprewell and the Knicks played Vince Carter in the playoffs, that was one of my favorite Vince Carter playoff games ever. And they just kept going back and forth up until the very end of the game. It wasn't no slam dunks or nothing like that. It was straight jump shots. One of my favorite. Yes.
One game.
What are you trying to prove to me right now?
That's what a legacy is. I mean, that's
just
him against Shaq. Y'all trying to deny that when he stole the All-Star game from Shaq.
Don't die on this hill, Ronnie. Get off the Yao Ming hill.
Right.
Let it go.
I'm not.
He's literally giving y'all an answer.
No one's
correct.
Because it's not real. It's not a correct answer.
What you mean it's not real? It happened.
Nigga, say it again. He blocked Shaq. Who the fuck cares about this nigga blocking Shaq?
The iconic moment against him going against Shaq. That was very iconic. Him being the All-Star, the number one All-Star getter against Shaq. That was very iconic.
He was the number one All-Star. He got the most votes because of China, because it's 1 billion people.
Whatever the reason was.
Right. He was
that was a moment.
All right.
So you admit it's 1 billion people he influenced. I can't even make
you admit that you remember the moment.
Yeah.
There's 1 billion people in China. That don't mean he influenced shit.
Except All-Star votes.
Anyway, so speaking of iconic, being iconic,
this is crazy.
Outkast recently got inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 2025. 3 sacks and Big Boy. Any iconic moments that you guys can remember?
Oh, that last album, the double CD, The Love Below, and Speaker Box. That's like one of the best hip hop albums. One of the best hip hop albums ever made. You can still play that beginning and end today. So,
yo, this is what I'm gonna say to that though. I'm gonna say this. No one wants to say this. It was always Andre. It was always.
I don't think anyone doesn't want to say that. He's arguably in people's top 5.
I mean, maybe up north. I think people in the South really love Big Boy.
Yeah, Big Boy was nice.
Yeah, he was dope.
Big Boy.
He's not better than 3 sacks though.
But I can't name you 5 Big Boy songs. And I do like Big Boy.
That song that he had was just as big as Hey Ya.
Which song?
That song that Big Boy had.
Is it I Like the Way You Move?
Yeah, I Like the Way You Move. Yeah, those two came out around the same time. That was just as big. Like, I don't think Andre 3000 had another song that was as big.
What's another one?
What?
Of Big Boy songs.
Like his big ones?
Even features.
Like a feature, yeah.
Like, I ain't from
Kryptonite.
No, like...
one of his songs was Kryptonite, wasn't it? I'm on that Kryptonite. I'm on that
I'm not saying that he's
Kryptonite.
not a great artist. I'm just saying I think 3 sacks is better. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, everybody thinks he.
I mean, I would agree with you on that.
But Big Boy has more volume, a lot more volume, and
you think so?
Of work.
Oh, work. Okay.
Yeah. He has a lot more volume of work. You think?
I mean, they're both artists in their own unique ways, and I think most people were like more attracted to like Andre 3000's art because it was different.
Relevant.
You know what I'm saying?
It's relevant too. I feel like.
Yeah, they both.
Regardless if it's, you know what I mean, like
a flute album or not. Yeah, Yo, Golden State is up. In fourth quarter, 10 minutes left. They up by 6.
How many points does Ant have, sir?
I got you.
I don't know, but he had a nasty ass dunk. They about to replay that dunk. Oh, he had a nasty ass dunk.
He got 23.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, he
10 for
turned
24 though. 10 for 24.
You gotta shoot a shoot.
I feel you.
Yo, but he's 10 for 24. He came out of the half 3 for 12. So he's having a really good second half.
Julius Randle, 20 points.
Okay. What does McDaniels have?
6.
Yeah, he has to step up.
Gobert got 6. Conley 7. Nas Reed 6.
How many texts this dude got?
That's a dope hat. You saw that? Yeah. Bay Area upside down?
Let me see.
Yo, you know, so this is, I don't mean to interject, but I feel like it's important we talk about what y'all think about Draymond comment about him looking like an angry black
what happened? Did a fan say something to him? What happened with all that?
Oh, I don't know. This is my first time hearing it.
His reaction to the flagrant foul that he had against
That's what if his reaction is based off of that, then he bugging.
Well,
they said that.
Can y'all hold on before y'all go further? Can somebody explain to me what happened?
So basically, game 2, Draymond got fouled by Nas Reed, but he swung his elbow, both elbows. One missed and the other one connected. So they kind of called it a technical foul on Draymond. And Draymond kind of went in an uproar. Or actually a foul, right? I thought it was a technical.
Yeah, they call it
because he's 2 away from missing another game in the playoffs. So he kind of like went in an uproar. He was kind of like challenging the refs. Luckily, he didn't get a check and get thrown out the game. So it was just uproar after that because you know what his storyline is. He's a hothead, this, that, and the third. So I think it just spawned off of that.
Okay.
The angry black.
I'm hearing rumors that
where the angry black man come from?
Nah, son, so basically there was like something. It was an altercation with fans, and it was saying something derogatory towards them. So I think it was something racial.
What do you mean by derogatory? Like they?
I don't know. What I'm.
It's a hazy story.
Yeah.
Like
we don't know nothing.
They should be used to like if they're calling the N-word with the ER, then it's like, you know what I mean? They should be used to that.
Minnesota closed that league real
I'm
quick.
not saying that you're supposed to, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you should be used to hearing that.
That's a 2-point game now.
You know
hold on. Before we go on, I just want to say Jimmy Butler got 31 and Kuminga got 24.
Why the fuck hasn't Steve Kerr been playing Kuminga?
Because playing him tonight. He's one of them hard-headed coaches. Like, as smart as he is.
His way, right?
Yeah. It's like,
even if he sees like, oh, this works, but it wasn't a part of his plan, he ain't gonna do it just despite it's not a part of his plan.
Yeah.
AKA Jason Tatum and all that?
Yeah.
You know who didn't do that?
Jimmy Butler.
You know who we don't give enough credit to for like adapting to the game and allowing the game to happen naturally, but manipulating it from the outside? Phil Jackson was really good at that. He would let the game, whatever he saw, whatever exploits he saw, he would never say that's not a part of the plan. He would just make the adjustment on the court. He would manipulate the game.
Arguably two of the greatest at their time players on their team.
Yeah, but that's just two.
That's making your job a lot easier.
But a bunch of coaches have great players.
Yeah, what are you talking about? We talking about
generational talent.
Yes, we've seen teams with D Wade, LeBron James, and Chris Paul.
That's our point.
But I'm saying, but having two like you have Jordan Pippen.
It ain't that easy.
Then you have
Ronnie,
Shaq Kobe.
Ronnie.
That's what I'm saying.
Ronnie, we had a team with Giannis. And, like, come on, like
he's so used to arguing with you. You know what I mean? I get it.
Yo, but we also can't having good talent helps.
It alleviates. That's
like
what I'm saying.
we can't ignore that.
But a lot of coaches have good talent.
How many great teams don't get chips? We were talking about that earlier.
But guess what? There's good talent and there's great talent to your earlier points.
Okay, but at the end of the day, it's the coach's job to have them come together and play well. That Phoenix Suns team. Some of these Greg Popovich led teams.
I think it's more balancing. It's more balancing like the temperament of the players. I think
right.
It's more that it's not when you have great players. I don't think it's excess.
But like I said,
I agree.
I spoke to two things Phil Jackson did well. I did not say that he was the reason in the ending and the beginning of everything. I said he's a coach that will allow the game to adapt and follow the adaptation of whatever's happening in the playoffs. There would be a different strategy for every game. You'd have to come correct if you're going to play Phil because you never know what he's going to do. Right? And then another thing he did really good was he would manipulate the game before the series started. He would usually get fined before a series because he would say, the refs are not going to call this against such and such. And because he did that, he would highlight something that he might get fined for, but it would later come up in the series where it would be a point that he made that would come back to their benefit. He was a very good coach in those ways. That's all I'm trying to say. Yes, did he have great players? Yes, and get over it. All right, DJ, let it go.
I'm over it.
All right, but at the end of the day, he was a very good coach. He did something with the people he had.
I just think, again,
he didn't do anything with the Knicks.
He wasn't a coach then. And he took the money.
And he did have him playing good basketball. That half a season.
He tried to smear Melo's legacy, bro.
What you mean?
I'll never forget
the fuck
that.
you talking
half
about?
A season that the Knicks
Melo had a whole fucking posse out there.
Yo, bro.
Melo had his whole posse out there.
I would never, I couldn't believe Phil Jackson.
What do you mean? I'd be afraid of
into that.
Listen, man.
And that was the end of
you come over here with your posse all you want, trying to intimidate me.
But that's the thing, though. Phil Jackson was always that. He was always that.
Like, always what, racist?
No.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
Scotty called him racist. So
that's true. That's a fact.
Yeah, Scotty did. And then, but like calling out players, talking through the media, saying shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Phil.
That was his coaching style.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Roddy.
Doesn't matter.
You know Laker fans unite, man.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with the Lakers, though. I'm just talking about a coach.
But you brought up Phil Jackson.
He was on the Bulls. He was doing it on the Bulls. When the Bulls was beating up the Knicks. He was doing it then.
He wasn't really beating up the Knicks.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, so not to take attention away, but I need y'all to explain to me how this game is so close. Because in my mind, if the offense runs truly through Steph, and they was fucked up without him the first game.
Well, what did you say that Jimmy Butler would be on any team? You said it a couple months ago. You said that Jimmy Butler would be the heart and soul of any team
But
that he played on.
Draymond in this team.
You said, and you spoke about you said that you spoke about that. You said it's Jimmy Butler is like the heart and soul of any team he plays on. You said that him and Draymond being the same thing on the court at the same time would either work for Golden State or against them. You remember when you said that?
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah. But this is why you get Jimmy for it. This is why you get Jimmy though. This is why you get Jimmy though.
Yeah, shit like Jimmy is
because we were arguing if Jimmy was a good pick for the Golden State when they at the trade deadline, and that this is what you were talking about would be the benefit of Jimmy Butler going into the playoffs. And DJ was arguing with you about them possibly not even making it to the playoffs with Jimmy Butler
because Jimmy was old or something. Like that.
Yeah.
Nigga, you said Jimmy was.
One of y'all did.
Because whatever.
I don't remember.
It don't matter.
But no, I mean, again,
Jimmy's capable of this. I just said, he probably got like 34 now. He just hit a 3. My biggest thing is I think Steve Kerr is a smart coach. I just think just the Warriors organization.
My bad. I don't mean to cut you off, but something that you said that I've been paying attention to is that you, in that argument, you said Jimmy can turn it on whenever he wants to. Yeah. Because you were making the argument that he chooses when to turn it on in Miami, and that's what you were saying.
Yeah.
And so now I've been paying attention to Jimmy ever since. And I'm like, you're right. He does turn it on whenever he wants to. He has a gear that he can kick it into.
Mm-hmm.
He's a
postseason player.
He's a number 2. He's a role player. Jimmy Butler. That's how he came into his league. That's his disposition. That's like his game. He does everything. He just has a different mentality, firepower mentality than these other players. Like he has a mentality of the greats, of a Jordan, of a Kobe, and the willpower. So because he's worked on his game,
he can't be considered a role player if he took a team to the finals.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm just saying his disposition. Like like a certain Julius Randle. Why he struggles so much? Yeah. Julius Randle has been the man his whole life. Okay. He came into the league expecting to be a star. Yeah, so like that's his disposition. Right. Okay. Jimmy's an underdog who just worked his way to this level. Yeah. So through his work, he got out the mud. Drop 30, 40, but that's not his game. You know what I'm saying? So,
but it seems like Jimmy's always had this ultimate faith in him that no one else had.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like when you have that mindset that like even if no one else thinks I'm great, I know I'm great.
You can uncompromising belief in yourself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's what separates him from a lot of the other players in the league. Because it ain't about the money. Jimmy ain't playing for the money.
It was.
He wants to get paid.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, what he pulls out of him ain't about money. Like, he's not motivated by the money.
And he's asking for his money after he done did what he done for you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's about him being the best that he can be.
That's just Pat Riley. He's a
competitor. He wants to win. Like,
it's also a fuck you to Pat Riley right now. How he's playing this well.
I think he's not thinking about Pat.
I don't think he is.
He's not thinking about.
He's one of those that internalizes everything.
He does, but he would have did this regardless of the
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's not fuck you. At the age 35, Pat Riley traditionally doesn't play his players. What happened to D Wade after? D Wade wasn't the same player. It's Pat Riley seen the value in that, right? So you're not the same player. So go out to Chicago, my nigga. Go.
Nigga,
Jimmy Butler's proving to you, I'm still that nigga, and fuck you for not believing in me.
Nah,
I mean, I agree with Pat Riley in that situation.
He's probably
he's playing for the Warriors. He's playing for the Warriors, bro. They
exactly my point. Pat Riley didn't see. Is all I'm saying. He didn't see the value.
No, he saw it. He just said, "You can't give me this for 82 games, my nigga." Like I'm paying you. I'm paying $50 million.
You're not paying for 82 games anymore, dog.
You are.
You're not anymore.
If Miami's an AC struggling to get into the play,
how many years was it that Jimmy was looking for? 4 to 5?
You're not
3, 4 years.
That's what it was probably about the years.
What's 65 games plus 16? That's what you're paying for. You're not paying for a certain amount.
Jimmy wasn't even playing 65.
As long as this nigga gets in the dance, I'm.
That's the problem. Miami wasn't guaranteed in the dance if you don't play the game.
Every year they made the play-in or the playoffs. Right?
Really?
That's part of Pat Riley's.
It's getting in or
the play-in or the playoffs.
Give me a chance, my nigga.
All right, but I'm not paying you $50 million to barely get in.
Yeah. So build better, nigga. It's your fault.
My point exactly.
That's what he's doing, DJ. That's what he's doing. That's what he did.
I
said that years ago.
I never said. We never argued that, right?
We did argue that.
We did not argue.
We did argue that, and that's an episode.
Yeah.
We argued that.
We did not argue that.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
We didn't argue that. Okay,
we did.
What you say?
But I mean,
we did.
Pat Riley is responsible for building these teams, and it seems like post LeBron,
he's done a terrible job.
I don't want to say terrible, but he cuts corners.
Job.
You know what I'm saying? Like he'll try to discount the team and get them there with like the.
He's one of those bosses. Like he says, the numbers say we should be able to do this, so we're gonna do this.
What it is.
The numbers don't say that.
No. That's what I'm saying.
That's what you said. But instead of the numbers, he's like, no, our work, our preparation, our attitude. That's what he's
our knee pads.
Yeah,
I'm just using that as an example.
Right, it's some money. It comes down to money. It comes down to money. He structures his. He structures within the money. And he's going to get those tough nose players. That's what I'm saying. He structured within the money, and then he builds.
That's why I said post LeBron. That's why I said post LeBron, because that was the difference.
I get what you're saying a little bit, but
because
he could have done better with the money he had.
Maybe what was out there. We don't know what was out there. We can't remember what was out there at the time. Because Miami's a team that goes through the draft as well. They will get those middle of the pack, and he misses a lot on drafting players as well. But usually when it's free agency time, he hits on the money. He just doesn't draft well anymore.
No.
Regardless of what we're saying,
he
runs a team in Miami. He should not have a hard time getting time.
I think he's done, man. I think, like I said it back in January, I was like,
listen,
I think it's over. I think
Pop is done. You might as well
set the sun too. If he wasn't unhealthy, he would still be coaching, bro. Took him up, bro.
He actually.
I'm just saying in general. Everybody we grew up with.
He's developed a lot of coaches underneath him.
Who's that?
Pop.
There's a new guy though that took over. I never heard of him.
Yeah, he's been an assistant for a long period.
Yeah, he's got a lot of coaches underneath him.
Yeah,
you know how San Antonio does that.
And he's young, right?
So maybe he would have still like moved on, like because he had such a good coaching team. Think about it.
His wife died a couple years ago.
Yeah.
That was a period of time where they thought about him like leaving, but with Wemby coming on, and I just think it was a period like your wife died, you don't want to just go home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he stayed.
Yeah.
But it was already a question of he's getting up there in age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you just carry it on a little bit too long.
My bad.
Well, that's what a lot of regular people, like whenever they retire, they pass away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that'll be one of those things. Luckily he's still here with us, but it's like those could be one of those things.
He's a fighter.
Yeah, for sure.
What's up, sir?
No. All I was gonna say, because you had mentioned earlier the coaching tree that's spawning from Craig Popovich. I seen a little screenshot the other day, and he has a lot of coaches.
Yeah. Sure.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And it's top tier.
Ime Udoka. So he's had like, you know what I mean? He's had successful coaches.
Jim Boylan, Jack Vaughn, PJ Carlissimo, Mike Budenholzer, Mike Brown, Brett Brown, Udoka, Mitch Johnson.
He's been coaching since like 96.
Yeah.
96, 97.
That's a lot.
That just goes to your legacy. Like, people want to be a part of that.
There we go. Legacy.
Yeah.
There we go.
How many people you pull up and how many people you...
But I think Yao Ming has a much bigger legacy than Greg Popovich.
We'll go back
to it. I mean, just...
Yo! Wait. What?
Think about it.
What is San Antonio?
You try to argue better.
Yao Ming has a bigger legacy.
I mean, this nigga try just because you ain't in China, my nigga. You know, like,
but they also
I'm just trolling
my nigga.
I almost had a heart attack.
I'll credit for that, y'all.
They pioneered in the foreign like players coming in.
You said stop to me?
Yeah, I'm saying Yao Ming.
As far as international,
got you. Okay,
like just to look at international for players
for talent.
Yeah,
got you. So I mean, what?
Nothing.
Would you like?
Nothing.
We're having a conversation.
He's laughing.
We get mad and mature over there, bro.
Yeah, what you mean? Go ahead. Continue.
Continue. Why are you laughing?
I brought up this whole thing. I started this conversation.
Yeah. Anyway,
and I started because I was trolling y'all.
But it's an interesting convo. Yeah. And then Pop really, like the San Antonio organization with getting international draftees, that was the thing. Like they started that.
But like seriously, like I think like Jerry Sloan probably had a bigger legacy than Greg Popovich for real. Jerry Sloan all day.
What?
Jerry Sloan had a
R.I.P. to Jerry Sloan, but not stop.
Yeah.
Linsanity had a bigger legacy and bigger impact than a lot of players.
Bigger than Yao Ming, yeah, for sure.
I like how you did.
Yo, so let's talk about this game real quick. Where we going with this game?
Good points.
Where was he playing that though? The motherfucking Mecca. What has more iconic than the Mecca, bro? What's more iconic?
The Lakers.
Stop it.
He was a Laker. What do you mean?
Well,
I think Kobe made him cry.
What are you talking about?
When he was with the Knicks in the Mecca for that 7-game stretch,
and Carmelo shut that shit down.
7 games.
It was only like 7 games, dog. It was
really.
That was
it. It was just like 7 games.
Linsanity? Wait, Linsanity?
Linsanity.
That was more than 7 games. That was more than 7.
Google it.
Really?
It was more than.
It was like 2 weeks.
It was short lived. It wasn't long at all.
And Melo came back. It was like
cut that shit off. No, but Melo said out of it. He's like capitalized on the business side of it.
Yeah.
Like, but he never did.
But capitalized on the business side, but pass me that fucking ball.
9 games. 9 games.
9 games.
9 games.
It was short, dog.
Between February 2nd to February 19th.
It was short. That's how big the New York market is, baby.
Is this a foul? Is this a foul?
Could you imagine?
Yo, but you know what's crazy?
Yo, did y'all see that? Is that a foul? Is that a foul?
Let's see.
Is that a foul?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a foul?
Yeah, and that'll be his 5th or 6th.
But that's a foul? That's a playoff foul?
It don't look like he touched him. It looked first camera angle looked like he touched him. Now it don't look like he touched him.
Oh my gosh, that was not a foul.
I mean, he's out.
Oh, he's out. He's out. Yeah.
He fouled out?
He's out. He got 6. Yeah. 2 points.
Damn.
2 points, 5
Draymond
turnovers, 2
out.
rebounds.
6 fouls, 2 points, 1 for 4 tonight.
Now he's going to attack the basket.
I mean,
I know. Yeah.
We got 4 minutes and 30 seconds left.
That defense.
The Minnesota's up 3.
Oh, yeah.
Possibly 4.
They're running away.
They're about to, I mean,
they're running away with it.
Yo, just like we about to run away. But this is, if you found this episode to be dope, this is Running Point.
Peace.
Peace.
Word.